Welcome back, everyone. Tickets are on sale now for the Augusta Jr. Players production of Peter and the Starcatcher. It's like a prequel to Peter Pan, and it's coming up next weekend, June 13th through 15th. Associate Artistic Director Christina DeCarlo is with me now to tell us about it. Christina, it's first of all great to have you back.
Thank you.
You've been on the show once before. It's nice to see you again.
Thank you.
So I think this sounds like the most fun show. It's like described as the Neverland you never knew.
It is, yes. If you've ever wondered how Peter Pan learned to fly, why he never grows up, where Tinkerbell came from, how Captain Hook lost his hand, all of those questions are answered in Peter and the Starcatcher.
That is so fun, just to think about all of those other little stories and plots that can come from this.
Yes.
You have like a dozen kids, but they play 100 characters?
Yes, so over 100 roles are portrayed in Peter and the Starcatcher. Yes, and what's so great about this show is that it's done in the style of story theater. So not only are the actors playing characters, they're also playing the environment. So they're playing doors, they're playing windows, they hold a rope, and all of a sudden it's a deck of a pirate ship. So they are changing characters in different physicalities for the entire 2 hours of the show, nonstop.
Can the audience keep up with that?
Yes. So that's what's so great about it, is that the fourth wall is broken as soon as the lights are up. The cast asks, they say, hey, come along with us in this journey, use your imagination, and now we're pirates. So it really kind of ties in that childhood wonder that everybody had watching Peter Pan. You'll feel like a kid again with the imagination running wild and following this nonstop adventure story.
Well, now, so it's coming up. It's a Thursday, Friday, Saturday show.
It is.
And tell me about where the location and all of that.
Yes, so we are performing at Davidson Fine Arts, which we're very excited about, and tickets are on sale now at augustaplayers.org.
Great, great. And you have 2 evening shows and then 1 matinee.
We do a Thursday evening, Friday evening, and a Saturday matinee.
Wonderful, wonderful. And I love how you, you know, you already said it. The imagination is just tremendous in something like this with that sort of storytelling.
It is, yes. Yeah. These students, they are playing pirates, they are playing mermaids, they're playing different type of people you would see working on a merchant ship. So it's a nonstop adventure, and it's just done so creatively. They really work together, you know, how are we gonna make Peter Pan fly? How are we going to make Peter Pan swim when he gets thrown overboard? So it's a really ensemble-based piece using imagination and really creative staging to bring this story to life.
And I can imagine for the children that are going to be in that audience, how that will inspire them and resonate, and then I'm sure they're going to go home and recreate some of those favorite things.
Yes, that's our goal, is always to reach out to the audience, and the audience leaves with a message before they came into the show. So we're really hoping that this inspires not only children but adults too, to kind of go back to that childhood wonder they had growing up.
We talked briefly about Hook, the movie Hook, and how that was just such an interesting backstory sort of movie. You know, that you learned about so many things, and I think for a lot of adults, it was such a cool idea to just to go back to Neverland and the Island of the Lost Boys and all of those. It is fun in your imagination to go back to those things.
It is, and what's so great about this is that it shows you where Neverland came from. So you see Neverland before it's even called Neverland. It answers any question you might have of the Peter Pan story and history. So it's just really fun and gives you those answers that some of us really want to know, and it's based off a really popular book called Peter and the Starcatchers.
Okay, Peter and the Starcatchers is a book.
It is. It's a book series. And the authors wrote it because their young daughter asked, well, where did Peter Pan come from? They said, well, you know what? That's a great story. So they wrote a book about it, and then it was turned into a play with music. It was on Broadway about 10 years ago, and now we're bringing it here to Augusta, and we're so excited.
Well, and that is one of your missions with Augusta Players. The organization is you are doing Broadway shows.
Yes. Yes, and what's so great about this show is that it's not a musical. It's a play that has a couple of songs with it, and it has music behind the dialogue, so it's just a different type of feel and a different type of environment that the audience will experience with this one.
How old are these children that are in the show?
So we have 21 cast members ages 13 to 19.
Okay. Wow.
Yeah.
13 to 19. That's a lot of energy there in that in that group.
It is a lot of moving parts, but they do great. As soon as they're in that rehearsal room, they're ready to work.
You have been with the players now for a little over a year?
Just under a year.
Just
so
under a year.
I began last August with the players. Yeah.
Great. And this is a very fun experience for you too, I'm sure.
Oh, it's been amazing, and it's such an important time for the Augusta players because for the first time in 80 seasons, we finally have a home. We just bought our building in the heart of downtown Augusta, and the construction has begun. So we're hoping this time next year we'll have it all open. We'll have our offices, rehearsal spaces. This is I just feel so honored to be part of this organization during this really special time.
Great things happening with Augusta players and Augusta Junior players. Once again, you can see the Augusta Junior players performing Peter and the Starcatcher June 13th and 14th at 7 p.m. or June 15th at 2 p.m. at Davidson Fine Arts School. Get your tickets online at augustaplayers.org. Call 706-826-4707 for more information.